I'm Judy, the organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. I know that was a bit dramatic. So today's video is about baby. Basically, really, it's about our baby nursery cart. I'm not sure what to call it, but it's the cart that we use everywhere downstairs. My goal here is to show you guys how to organize and create your very own, especially if you are expecting, or if you know someone who is expecting, maybe you can create one for them as a gift. This is a great gift idea. Yes, you can create a nursing cart for them as a gift. That will be the perfect gift, especially because the items that will be on this cart are things that they need. Because you know me, I always tell you, don't give people gifts they don't want. And I still stand by that. I'm sure the cart will be changing as she gets older, but for now, this works. And that's what matters. So with that said, let's get right into the video. So here's my cart. Let me put her on the side. I'm going to show you guys B-roll of it as well. This is the cart. I know you can see it. I feel like you can. I hope you can. Whenever I'm creating any space in my home, whether big or small, I always incorporate some type of home style. I like everything to kind of flow, even if it's something that stands out or sits outside of like a cabinet or whatever it is. So whenever I created my cart, I knew it was going to flow with my home. I knew it was probably going to be black. I was going to use some kind of baskets, bins, something that was neutral colored. I was going to, of course, incorporate these beautiful labels because duh. And again, it was just going to flow with my home, and it literally blends in. That's kind of how I like to organize. That's how I like to decorate, and it works. I like to incorporate organization and decorating. You're going to be seeing a lot of that on this channel moving forward. And that's what I've created. So because we change her all the time, I knew that the diapers and wipes were going to sit at the top. So we have diapers on one side, we have wipes on the other. I'm also going to be telling you guys some of the items that I would suggest you get for your baby because I don't know, they're just really good on my baby. So, I mean, you don't have to, but anywho. The wipes that I love are by this brand, Nicky's. Love these. I've used 2 other major brands. This one has stood the test of time. It just smells good. It smells natural. I don't one of the wipes that we use, we actually just threw it away, smelled really rancid, and it was still fully packed. So Nicky's, they're not sponsoring, but they are good wipes. Would recommend. And we're just using regular diapers. There are some diapers that I would have gotten for my baby. Then of course, when the baby shower came, people gave us so many brands and we just kept them. So yeah. Anywho, so yeah, diapers on the right. I actually have all of my bins, well, this one could come off. All of my bins have some kind of adhesive at the bottom so that they kind of stay in place while we roll. It's a really thick adhesive. I will link it below. It's amazing. And that's kind of, yeah, all the bins in here are stuck to the cart. That's why they kind of look like they're in perfect position. But anyway, I'm constantly refilling the diaper bin, and that's what you're probably going to be doing if you have a baby. Anywho, so diapers on this one side, wipes on the other side, fully packed. And then I also have like almost the essentials. I have like her baby booger thing. I'm not sure what this is called. Some lotion, 2 lotions actually. We have this one that my brother gave us during the baby shower. I've actually been using it, but it's really good for sensitive skin. And then my mom gave us this one that's also like really natural and plant-based. We're trying to be very conscious and intentional with our baby. So a lot of the products that I have are, for the most part, because the diapers aren't, but are plant-based or natural. Because, you know, we don't need her to be breaking out. We don't need that. Okay, so we also have a thermometer in there because, of course, you have to take your baby's temperature. You don't have to take your baby's temperature. I just knew that I wanted a thermometer handy just in case. And then at the back we have a Nose Frida. I've literally bought so many items from this brand and they're pretty awesome for the most part. But yeah, Nose Frida still in the package. I didn't want to open it because it's like, until we need to use it, I'll open it, and it kind of still flows. So I've kept it in the pack. In the front, we have her nail clippers. These are not nail clippers. That's what they're called. Nail clippers, nail file, just, you know, the baby essentials. Really cute. I thought this was so cute. So yeah, sits in the front. And then we also have like her tongue cleaning swabber thing. Again, the essentials, the items that we need to grab easily, sit at the top. That's what I would recommend if you are creating your own cart. In the middle is kind of like everything else. So we have her onesies on one side, her bibs on the other. I also threw in some socks because we try to put socks on her, even though she kicks them off. Nevertheless, we put them on her. And then on the other side, we have swaddles and burp cloths because we use those all the time, especially the burp cloths. I didn't think we would be using those all the time, but we go through them. So, and then in the middle, we have her brushes. So whenever my mom gives her like a nice bath, we do it downstairs. She always uses the brushes, of course, the combs. And then behind there, we have her little, okay, I did it. That thing is secured. And then here we have all of her washcloths. So we have them here so that they're easily accessible for my mom. And then behind there is the electric nose Frida, which we have not touched. So yeah, I guess we have 2 nose Fridas just in case baby is clogged. We got her. We got her. We got her. And then on the very bottom, I dedicated it to everything milk. So we have my breast bump on one side, and then we have our milk bags or milk supply bags, and then my breast pads. Every shelf is easily accessible, but I put them on the bottom because, you know, it's really dedicated for me or dedicated to me more so than the baby. I wanted the baby items to take over the cart more so than my things, but I still love it here because I needed a place for them and this just made the most sense. But yeah, oh, I forgot to add Lanolin nipple cream, guys. The goat, a must, but I don't really use it anymore, so we use it as a diaper cream. Amazing, amazing. We're running out. I have to order more. This just reminds me that you need to order more, girl. So that also sits at the top. And then usually, typically, where is it? Oh, it's in a dirty place. But typically I would, on the side of this, I'm trying to get her over the carpet, but she's being mean. On the side of this, I added a hook to one side, and that's where her diaper pad sits, or her changing pad sits, not diaper pad. We do change her a lot, clearly, and we always put that down before we change her for the most part. I mean, if it's dirty, we just lie something down, but it sits on the side, and that hook is just a command strip. All right, so how I decided to choose said organizing products for my space according to my home style was I went around my home and I just kind of looked at the colors that stood out the most. If you don't know, your girl loves black. Initially, I was gonna use different bins, but then I went with the Marie Kondo rattan bins because they're just gorgeous and they're expensive. Yes, but they're gorgeous. So in my home, black is a main color. And again, I already had the rolling cart and I had one of the bins. So I put the bin in the cart and I knew it was gonna fit, and I knew I was gonna buy 5. Once I knew the measurements of the bins and I knew that the bins would fit on the cart, I knew that it was gonna leave me with some space in between. And again, I wanted it to be leveled, anything that sat in between to be leveled with the bins. So I went with the tall drawer organizer by the Home Edit because it does, even though it's not quite the same height as the bin, it's close to it. So it's just flows better than having a much smaller or much larger bin in between or organizer in between. And I also wanted that item that was going to sit in the middle to be clear because there's a lot of smaller components that would be sitting on the cart, and I wanted to be able to see it with ease because those items don't have a label. So yeah, going clear is literally ideal when you do want a lot of smaller components in a bin and you may not want a label to sit on it. So I decided to go with 4 and they fit perfectly and still left a little space at the back, which is where the nose Frida sits beautifully. The cart itself is from IKEA. I'm not sure if they still have it, but I purchased it from them about 4 years ago. And I am so happy I kept it because I know usually people use different type of carts or the common cart. And I wanted something more streamlined and like straight and like, you know, like, what am I trying to say? What is this? More so than like circular. So yeah. And then to close it off, I added these gold labels because gold is kind of the accent color that sits in my home. Yeah, it used to be matte black, but I wanted some warmth and I added gold, and these labels are perfect fit. So it literally blends in with my home. Even if I used the cart in this area, which is not as black. It's still fit because there's a lot of elements of gold. But yeah, that's kind of how I decided to go with this look compared to other looks you probably have seen on Pinterest or Instagram or wherever you see inspiration photos. Anyway, here is a breakdown of everything and what it cost me to create it. Of course, you don't have to spend that much, but this is what I spent. And once we're done having a nursery cart as baby grows, these organizing products can be used in any other room in our home or space in our home, which is why I'm very intentional when it comes to organizing products and making sure that it fits our style, because I want to make sure that I can use it again everywhere else in the home and not just in one area. So anyway, let me move her. Let's move her out of the shot. That's pretty much it. That is my nursery cart, baby rolling cart. I don't know what to call it, but that is what we use downstairs. And then of course, upstairs in her nursery, we have a dresser that holds everything else. Well, the extension of this, but everything else. I will be showing you guys what that looks like very soon. And then after that, we're gonna start working on her nursery, which I cannot wait to get done because she's actually starting to sleep in her nurseries for her nap time. And sometimes I'm in there and I'm like, this needs to change. So hopefully soon I'll start working on that. And of course I'll bring you guys along. I will be changing up her closet. I want to add an alpha closet in it. And then of course changing up everything else. So I cannot wait. Hopefully this video helped you create your own cart or nursery cart, or helped you create one for someone else. Like I said, even if you don't have children, even if you don't have babies, period. Maybe you can create one for a friend or family. I think this is such a great gift. Like if someone gave me one, it would probably be at the top of the best gifts I've received because it would have been everything that I need for baby. Of course, collab with the person. Don't just create one without them knowing. Don't do that. As always, please like this video, subscribe, turn on your notification, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mom and dad's only daughter.